Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Dear Lord, it's been forever since I've said that, and it's the first time here on Fireside Cast. I'm Dreamboat, joined by Ro, here for some RGL invite action. And Ro, you know what? It's been so long, I almost said ESEA invite action because I'm a boomer.
Yeah, that really takes us way, way back. We've got a nice little lineup here of players from all across TF2's history, at least from my taste. But then again, this is a very old game. We've got 3D3M, the blue team, taking up the slot here. We've got Raphaim, Paul Dog, Rakuso, and Walrex, Mopsy, and Vati. All these excellent players lining up, and honestly, my favorite, even though I do know Pablo and Paulie and some of the other folks on the other team.
Yeah, that other team like Scream, Pauly, Loaf, Apathy, Sleepy, Pablo. It's a solid roster as well. But I'm always surprised when I go away from TF2 for God knows how long. And it's been a while, I'll be honest. Outside of a random little pop back for I-69. It's always surprising to me when I come back and I'm like, oh, this guy still plays. And I feel like if you said the name Paul Dog, that is the answer for like ever. I feel like he's been around for a long time. Some of these other names as well, but like I feel like Paul Dog has been around literally since like TF2 was founded.
Either way, these players have a lot to prove tonight, and I'm excited to see them because people who stay committed to the game, they got a lot to show, and hopefully we'll get a good show here tonight. We should be going live here any moment and making our way forward. Looking at this first mid in about like 20 seconds, who do you want to look at? Who's the star of this first mid? Who are you feeling? Who are you jonesing for?
I'm feeling the Vati cam. That's where I'm gonna go. It's a beefy cam from what I remember. And I mean, come on, he's kept playing. That means he's only gotten better, right? And he was already insane. So like, it's inevitable. He's gonna go off here. I believe.
Yeah, well, let's take it over to that Vati cam on this first rollout. Minute round, or the timer is for 4 minutes per round, per capture. So looking here at Vati now. He's getting his lined up here from lower. Does have the first shot here. Tries to cut off the entrance, gets shot immediately by Scream, who's making his way forward. Finds a line forward onto the demo man, taking a little bit of damage there. Follow-up bomb from Loaf is going to put so much pressure. Apathy also close behind, able to clean up on the medic, and that's Mopsy going down. No heals for the blue team, but they have all the fragging classes available, and Pauly cannot survive. 2 scouts and a soldier come out, or 2 soldiers come out on top.
Well, you know, Body dies, Mopsy dies. Who cares? You win mid. And the fact that they are going to have Uber ad coming out of this as well, just based on how early Mopsy died, followed by Pablo's death. This actually looks pretty good. I was scared. Both of those players died immediately. I felt like Vati and Mopsy were just gone. But the sellout worked, and we'll see how they set up to push last. Uber ad's not actually as big as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I was about to
10
mention
seconds
that.
Could have been a lot bigger, but...
You think these things like, oh, we spawned before their medic, we've got so much Uber ad, but you gotta get started healing, you gotta immediately start building, and if you miss any of those margins, you're not gonna be having it in time. They're gonna line up for the heals, start making their way forward. They're at 80%. It's gonna be starting going in dry here at any moment, try and capitalize on this very tiny advantage. They might be opting to go left this time. They do have it eyes on Raphaim, goes straight to the demo man. Sleepy is getting a little bit disconnected and juggled into the ground with those scattergun shots. The Uber is ready though for the counter offensive.
It took them forever to get the sentry gun down as well. That did not bode well, but they're sticking around here, getting ready to come back in, put a little more pressure. Paul Dog is going to get picked off, and now they may have overstayed their welcome. Rakusa trying to run away, will escape A-OK. And now they're going to try and hang on to this point. Here they come forward though. Loaf has the first kill onto Walrex, and now the fallback is going to have to continue here as a scout and demo just turning their tail and running. Second is going to be capped out. PSN going to be set to move. Actually, no, they'll hang tight. Again,
TM06, our red squad here making their way through Saw now. Uber is not in their favor though. In fact, Mopsy has a significant advantage since that was a late Uber pull off from them, and if they build it up just right, they might be able to capitalize on a push here. But you see Walrex trying to catch up here with Apathy in the back lines, does manage to get that connection, and will secure them a frag to initiate this push, but the Uber advantage will be coming into the hands of Pablo here just in a moment. Ooh.
Oh, Paul Dog got denied, and Rakuso's in as well. That's 2 quick picks. And the fact, sure, they killed Apathy doesn't matter. You should be able to get a little bit of pressure coming back in through here for PSN. They're looking at it. It is even Ubers. But with 2 players down, there should be space. Loaf is in a lot of trouble, though, as Walrex doing a good job denying him with the spam. But this Uber, it's not... Oh, my God. Sleepy's in trouble, but Lives. I was scared. So were you.
Yeah. It's very easy to get caught out as a demo overextended or just not really thinking about it too much. And that spam was so crucial coming out from body. Wasn't able to get the frag there. Unfortunately, Raphael tried to peek in a little bit there. But now we're back to a all things even situation. Players are going to be scoping things out from lower, maybe getting just a little bit of a peek, a little bit of a see, looky-loo.
Crusoe's in deep, though. Are they going to find any picks to go with the space that they've gained? Soldier Bomb coming over the top, but no, Sleepy does fall, but the Rubber's bombing right back through. That's Loaf trying to find these kills, and instead it is going to be Refame and Walrex going down. Yeah, they picked the demo, but they weren't able to get any more off of it. And that timer in this new weird config that I'm just not used to yet is down to 2 minutes.
Yeah, and Snakewater notorious for being difficult to push into second. However, this next frag has just given them the opening they need. One less explosive class gives Paul Dog a little bit of an edge here. Oh,
he got the
little air
force
pipe from Vati. Apathy trying to get a little aggressive here. It's looking good though. The rest of the red team is completely backed off here, and that leaves 3D3M full reign.
Huge force for Paul Dog getting in there. Pablo, like, I thought the balls were big enough there not to pop it, but he had to do it. Didn't die fast enough. And instead, it's going to be full Uber set to come into last. This should be a much better situation here, as they are getting set to come in through... Oh, I thought they were going lower. Looks like they've circled back up top. And we'll probably bust Shutter here any second.
Yeah, take us through it as soon as they start.
Well, the big thing they have to be worried about is Polly is on that sniper, but the Uber is popped out here. Nice and early. Demo is going so deep, gets the gun, gets launched to the moon, but the gun is out. They need to find some more with this Uber, though, as Pablo is getting closer and closer. The Heavy's out as well. They're not finding anything. This is falling apart. Apathy has gone down, but it doesn't matter. They have to back out, and they couldn't find anything other than the 7th player. And that's not what you want from an Uber. And the push is still coming through. Polly's still just holding W, and his team's in behind with him. The medic is going to be caught here, surely. No, Mopsy might escape. Oh, but they will lose their demo in the process.
So much going on here. Really good maneuvering from Mopsy to let their demo die and move forward. The rest of the squad, though, from TM06 is now making their way forward. They have the Uber. They don't want to have to use here if they can help it, but this pressure from the soldiers might just prompt them. Walrex and Paul Dog going in double time. Almost got the synchronized rockets. Pablo will survive on half health, though, and the kill will go to Paul Dog. Walrex still behind. Players are a little bit wary of that, too. We'll see what comes of that down the road. Walrex pulling a lot more attention. Gets a kill on Polly. Might grab another. No. Healthy enough. There goes Loaf. The cap goes off, but with 2 players down for blue, or at least grabbing that one rebuttal kill on Polly means that they can move forward with this Uber. And Vati is now really deep, trying to cut off this escape route onto the soldier and demo. Apathy does fall. A little bit of heals coming out from Raphael, trying to go forward, get aggressive in their face. Is managing to just keep them staved off. And the arrows are insane here.
Oh man, but this still isn't great. Now they're at Uber disadvantage. Vati still hasn't spawned yet. If I'm PSN, you better be ready to go ASAP, and you can bet they are. They're already starting to walk through Saw, starting to come through. Jumps are out, looking for any of these kills, but the spam, they're getting stuffed so heavily. The health is so poor on both Sleepy and Polly. This is getting really awkward, and the bomb over the top forces the Uber out. Walrex will fall, but all the other players are going to scatter, and 3D3M's in a great spot to just walk back in. This is vintage Snakewater. This is vintage leapfrogging Ubers. They should be well equipped any moment now to go back in.
Antsy players coming out from TM06. They're making their way forward through the Saw entrance. A nice little double soldier bomb is going to get onto the log train. Force does come out from the medic, but it was a very good milk overall from Mopsy. Now making their way out into this midpoint. The Uber advantage is now once again swinging sides, but the number advantage is big enough, especially with no soldiers, for them to potentially grab this mid and maybe try and peek their way into the second. They've already locked out the forward spawns, so it's looking very good for a potential second take here. Initiation onto this demo man. Sleepy trying to hold him off with a little help from Polly and Scream. Scout combo going ham right now, playing that defense and holding it off just in time.
Yeah, this is just... Uber's out already. Demo's going to get through, and this might finally be the difference if he can catch Mopsy. No, he can't. Avadi is down again, and this is a lot better situation for them to start pressuring lower. But again, the pinch is coming in so strong. Bulldog is going to get the medic. That's a massive pair of kills coming in for him. Might even get a third. But the bomb coming back on the other side, they let Mopsy die. This is so sloppy all around right now from 3D3M. Sure, they find the kills, but like this is an awkward 1v1, and it'll actually be a 1v2 as Rakuso comes in, helping Rafame out. But really, like one of the things we didn't get a chance to comment on earlier, I was so concerned with how much space 3D3M were conceding earlier, and they just got punished for it twice.
One thing I've been noticing about both teams is they just know how to get out, right? The space that they're getting is because there's just a lot of them retreating a little bit harder, a little bit faster in these situations, getting the force, making their way out.
I felt like, you know, a couple pushes ago, there was just that opportunity for 3D3M to stick around a little bit longer. That way they could just push back in, not even let mid get capped. And instead, they just get punished both times with a terrible, like, a super far back. I shouldn't say terrible, just a far back Uber pop that they probably didn't want. And then just getting collapsed on lower. Just awkward plays all around, but it leaves PSN in a great spot to try and come through here. They have Uber ad. I don't think they'll realize it, but they're positioning as if they know. Whew. They are grabbing some space here.
Yeah, and Apathy going really high in the sky, pulling some attention. Walrex not able to make a clean landing there. One soldier down. Makes this a lot harder for the rest of 3D3M to make this hold. But they are getting aggressive. Raphael able to get a trade onto Scream and make his escape. Ooh, nice little Apathy rocket. Grabs Rakuso on the backswing. Ubers are exchanging on the point here now. It's looking much more favorable overall for the red team. And Blue has to scramble for a retreat. Vati not even really getting set up here in lobby with the sticky trap, so it looks like Red has managed to secure this second point and will be getting primed for their next attack.
Now this is going to be the fun time where it's vintage Snakewater.
There's a 4-minute timer. It's all good. There's going to be action. Someone's going to make the next move.
There will be. But it's still, I feel like it's going to be one of those times that we might actually, we could even see a stalemate happen. It's vintage Snakewater. Last hard to push. I'm intrigued to see how the slight changes that they've made since I played, like the removing of the propane tank, RIP propane tank, changed things. But yeah, this could be tough. Even Uber situation, the sentry gun's out. Not full bus part. We do have Rafame on sniper.
Yeah, this
he is walking out too. Oh no, is he? Okay, he looked indecisive. He was doing the like little soft shoe dance around the truck, but he's taking a little more aggressive sightline. This could be interesting if we can get a pick here.
This is actually an okay opportunity while the sniper's trying to find this angle. The reason the push failed last time, I can't remember who was pushing last. We might have gone last to last at this point. It's been so neck and neck. The reason it failed is because they got the gun, they killed it, but the rest of the team rotated through spawn and were coming out the other side, and there was no heals, no Ubers supporting their soldiers on the left side as they were pushing in. And with no players by the truck, no heals, those players died, and then you're out of numbers, and it was easy scraps to clean up afterwards. So hopefully this next push, they can recognize where to push their heals, their Uber, and get the frags that are open season.
Surely a bomb or pick's gonna come through here. It's been 2 minutes. Something will happen soon, and Loaf going down might actually delay things slightly.
Paul Dog getting his buff.
Is getting a little aggressive here. Paul Dog, he wants to be cheeky. He's got that dog in him, but no, he's gonna fall back.
Raphael, meanwhile, has this angle. Ooh, Sleepy overextends by a hair and gets taken out for it. Vati also overextending just a little bit. Apathy decides to call for the push. Vati gets Ubered on to save his life. And the rest of these players are kind of exchanging here. Scout for Soldier. Red is looking a little bit tighter on this lobby, getting a ton of damage onto this Mopsy, but it surfs away. Mopsy is unkillable. And that was a perfect bait and switch. Two players overextended to try and get that medic pick, but the survival let them grab 2 more frags of their own. Now 3D3M is making their way to the second point here and makes their way forward to potentially this mid. The respawns are up though for TM06.
Now we'll see how they want to go about this. Again, it's, you know, even Uber situation. I'm sure we'll see Paul Dog, you know, poke and prod here into Saw. That's exactly what he's doing. Just seeing what's there. seeing what space is being conceded. But so far, PSN's given up a lot of ground. They're playing it very standard, typical Snakewater, even Uber stalemate. Where is the player that's going to sack? It'll happen soon. Someone
Show me the tag bomb, sending people through the windows. Bring us back to the old days when people could actually get in. Right now we have Rakuso and Rafame sitting up top, guarding this fence with their lives. It's very hard for soldiers to get in these days, but you can be tricksy. You can do some cool stuff.
Pushing
There's
ground
Loaf
pretty
coming through
heavily
main.
here. I think a lot more space than I thought they would, and they're going to find the kill on a wall Rex immediately. Loaf gets traded out, but they drop a scout as well. That's Polly with them, and that not sort of the trade that you want to have happen. Paul Dog, the man with the dog in him, is getting aggressive here as well too. Saw as the rest of the team's coming through. Ubers are exchanged out, trying to find kills. Apathy's so hurt, somehow going to live in this situation, and conceding a bit off of that too so far, giving up so much ground. Onto the point goes Blue, but the soldiers, they're up top. This can rain in death. This can cause some problems. And the hell, it's so poor across the board. Rafame goes down. Bulldog died as well. Vati too. And this is falling apart for 3D3M.
That soldier respawn was what turned this battle. Not only was the pressure coming in from Polly, Loaf, able to get Vati, but now the rest of the team is moving forward with the aggressive WM1 strat of the scouts. Gonna secure this cap. The respawns are super huge here though. Rafame gonna go for a quick shot onto the medic, please, anyone? No, he opts to go back to scout. They're gonna rotate to the left side. Vati playing good defense, taking out Polly, but the cap goes off Scream. Sneaks his way. You might even say snakes the capture from right under them.
Well, you know, one thing that was drilled into me on team named Shut Up Mom, I'm Bowflexing, is we're gonna win by playing objective-based video game. What does that mean? Cap the points. Sure, 5 players were alive on Blue. Who cares? No one was on the point. Step on the point, win the round. Easy. That's all they did there. That's all that mattered.
Meanwhile, in this round, this new mid, no one's stepping on the point. They're trying to find the insertion point. There goes Polldog straight across the right side, finds the mark, kills Pablo, but the demo man on blue team has fallen, and the rest of these players are getting trounced by Apathy, who manages to pick up that nice Mopsy kill, grabbing a domination, no less, and the blue team is cleaning house here. One last shot to take it down. Polly living on a prayer finally gets sniped out. Whew. Another mid where everyone died except for 3 players.
Yeah, that's
in fact the same 3 players survived.
Classic.
2 scouts and a soldier.
Classic TFT. Ooh, crits though coming out from Mopsy. I love it. I'm ready for this chaos. I want to see the crits. This will be fun. Especially on Vati. Like Vati, very strong demo. See how this works. I'm on board. I like it.
Every demo man gets their chops by getting crits pocketed by a medic, blasting on bad water upward, Dust Bowl. This is where you get your chops, and this is what it's all for. It's for this moment right here, as Body's getting charged up, reloading his stickies. They're calling for it. They might see the beam and know that it's crits. Right now, here comes the first shot. Please, use it. Fires away,
there
instantly drops the medic, and a follow-up around the corner. No one can survive. They're all scattering, leaving the scene as fast as they can, while the rest of the blue players are cleaning house. 3D3M, showing that they are not going to roll over and take this sitting down. They're going to be steamrolling ahead.
So is this where I tell an embarrassing TF2 moment for me?
Oh?
I've never actually been able to tell the beam at range. Oh, low! Goodbye, Mopsy. No crits, no fun this time. Kills coming out here, though. Fame. Oh, and Polldog going down. It's all falling apart. They're selling up for Pablo, but the Banny Bind coming in clutch manages to get out, and it's just the respawning Rakuso.
For all our viewers at home, and for Dreamboat as well, there are yellow particles in the meta beam when it is the Kritzkrieg. They are faint, but noticeable. Definitely different from a Medigun, because Medigun has 0 of those particles.
Oh, I'm not denying that it's not there. I honestly, like,
yeah.
I don't know if it's my bad eyesight. I've never really been able to tell.
Rakuso trying to get this shot from the spawn, has eyes on Scream, who's desperate to get on this finally. A little bit of pressure onto that spawn point will knock the sniper back, but Loaf, overextended, does die for his trouble. And the rest of the blue team, they look like they want to commit to this. 3D3M, they are not in the best position here. Walrex does manage to go forward, get the force onto the medic. They're going to be rushing through the saw now. It's just Polly and Sleepy trying to cut off Mopsy, but Mopsy has the schmoves doing an amazing job of just winning the fight solo dolo. Arrow takes him out. Now they're making their way forward onto this midpoint. Oh, but the initiation from Apathy does take out Paulie. Or sorry, Paul Dog. It's tough when there's two Pauls. And it's looking like a good repush here, potentially. Oh, the aggression, though. Paulie.
Oh, Vati! Woo!
Do not, as they say.
Here's the problem, though. Scream is around here, and it's a soldier and a demo. This makes it a little awkward, but Scream will just be cleaned up.
Yeah.
I'm always worried. It's a scout versus two projectiles. You never know how that's going to go. I've seen crazier things than a scout 1v3. Or at least killing the medic and making everybody crack.
Huge advantage, but they are still waiting for their numbers and finishing up this cap, so they may miss their window to push in. They are deciding that this is the time to push. Making their way forward, Body now making his way through Saw, clearing out Z, Cheese, whatever you want to call it. They got eyes on the medic. Pablo does have the Uber as well. The Uber goes off. Counter comes off immediately. Exchanges are happening in both sides, but no one's really getting any connection here. Vati disconnected from the Uber beam just long enough to get taken out here, and that's going to be all they need to push forward. There is less threat when there's no stickies.
Yeah, that's a vintage case of thinking that your 30 ad is a lot bigger than 30 ad. And yeah, they got punished for it pretty heavily. Apathy in trouble, but I think Rafame just oversold himself for that one. Should get cleaned up. No, he gets screamed too! How in the name does Rafame get that?
Meanwhile, the pressure is still on. Rakuso threw in just enough. Oh, Sleepy! These stickies are just so close from Vati. Peeking over the shack, and Walrex pulling just enough attention to pull every single player on the red team back. TM06 finally, they're made to look like fools as Walrex just jumps through the window and gets full healed from the pack. And now Vati and crew are making their way to the right side, clearing out the second point. Pablo and Sleepy are committed. They want to make something happen here. Loaf and Apathy not really healthy enough to make it happen. Walrex going to be sniping a quick rocket on there, and now Loaf very low on HP, backing up to lobby. No soldiers available for this defense. It's a clean take.
I'm sitting here slightly baffled at how 3D3M is getting set to pressure last right now. Bulldog and the bomb coming over. Pablo does have to force. Mopsy's gonna fall back. It'll be full Uber ad coming back in when these soldiers get back. But I just like watching both of the engagements, both on second and on mid. I'm like, yeah, there's no way. Like PSN's just gonna get this free. Like whatever. And then I blink in 3D3M's holding second with full Uber ad getting set to push last. It just clutch plays coming out from their soldiers. That big walrus flank, somehow pulling them all back, and then the fact that they were able to punish it. Beautiful, beautiful TF2 from 3D3M.
And they are going to be setting up some more beautiful TF2 here from lower, but the sniper sightline is there. Paulie! Oh. Will they be able to make it? Oh no, the medic is trying to make the cross here. They might just go through main. They use early. They know about the sniper. They're rushing Vati in. He instantly gets blown back by the thing. They managed to detonate the stickies on point, but can't finish off the cap because Loaf was able to come back and deny it. Pablo now popping up with the Uber. Paulie wrapping around, trying to get eyes on Refame. Finally, Sleepy slays him with a pipe. But the rest of these players are coming in, peeking. There's a lot of pincer maneuver going on here. Vati from the shutter is putting in a lot of damage, and the soldier Paul Dog lands on top of him, throws some more damage. Apathy very low on health here. Paulie might not be able to make this happen. The respawning soldier comes up. It's Loaf, who died on the point earlier. Apathy super low. Finally gets cleaned up here by Paul Dog, who's got a beefy heal. Able to move forward here and put on some more pressure. No rockets left. There's an ammo pack. No! Does manage to make the way to a quick and easy 4 rockets here. But wow, what a scrappy fight. Almost made something of it near the end there. So much cap time.
I was honestly really concerned with the amount that they were sticking in there. I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. Medic was down, so I mean they were trying to pressure up those heals. Fatty's in a lot of trouble trying to walk back through here. But full Uber, we'll see if it goes better this time. All they did last time was take out the sentry gun with the Uber. That's it. They need a lot more than that if they're going to take a round off here to tie this thing up. Uber's coming out, though, looking for it, getting set to go in. Gun is there. Fatty didn't get launched by it this time, and the gun goes down immediately. Now they've got cap time. No one steps on it. They steal the round. Again, with a little objective-based video gaming.
And tactically there, the scout stepped on the point, and the medic instantly flashed so that it would stop capping, but the demo man would still be on that trigger finger. Detonated the stickies, unflashed the Uber, finished the cap. Excellent, excellent heads-up play by Mopsy there.
Classic objective-based video game. So, yeah, Sleepy so far is not shown up to mid. That's peculiar, to say the least. But we'll see if it works out. Big bombs coming in over the top right now. Mopsy takes a big rocket on the first one. Oh, the second one from Loaf doesn't land, and now they've given away a pick, but the space is so good. Fatty will go down. Apathy gets traded out as well, but oh, Pablo in the back to Paul Dog, and this will be another cleaned up mid, and Mopsy lives this time. That's not something we've seen on any of these mids so far. One of the two medics living, and that is massive. 3D3, I'm looking to convert another quick round as they'll have full Uber to run back in here.
TM06 has to figure out what's going on with these mids. They've clearly not figured it out, at least as far as stabilizing or backing out. We'll see if they can figure it out by the next time. But they won the first round, despite losing mid. Although they didn't have the, they did have the advantage of Mopsy not having the Uber. This time Mopsy does have that Uber, and the push will be coming in here very shortly.
See again. They've struggled a little bit with these, but this time it's only a level 1 gun, and if they go really quick, which they should be, that's up to level 2. I was thinking that they might get in before it, but now they're already out the door. Guns there, guns down, ASAP. Now can they find another pick to go with it? That's what they're looking for. Pressure on the point. They are going to collapse on it, and down goes Apathy. Loaf is in a lot of trouble as well. This should be able to be a converted round, and the kills are starting to come back through. Pablo down. This is just going to be easy cleanup as long as they can get down the heavy and get some time on the point. Scouts there. Heavy's dead. Round over 2-1.
We'll see if they can make it a 3-peat. I mean, 4-peat, I should say. This has been going to be the 4th mid of our match tonight. And if 3D3M can make this into another round win, potential or a mid win with Medic alive, we could be seeing the final curtains as there's only 5 minutes left in this match.
Sleepy shows up to mid this time. That's a better start. I missed the rollout. I honestly don't know what happened, but he was so late, and that was probably the biggest difference. This time they're not going for the early aggressive high bomb. Okay, now Apathy's in, and they find Rakuso. Fatty's down as well. This is looking a lot better, but the heals are so far forward. Pablo is in a lot of trouble. Will be okay. Paul Dog is trying to escape. Mopsy lives, so both medics are alive, but they got the player picks, and that's the important part, as they're already pressuring through cheese.
Oh, Love. He wants it. He wants the bake. Nope, not going to happen, though. Does get a little bit of pressure out here. Oh, no. Tried to go for the 3-rune blade kill there. Missed it by a hair. And now the cap goes off to second. Mopsy was not healing for most of that, so the Uber is not in their hands. They may or may not be aware of this. They are going to wait for their soldier, I do think, since they are anticipating, at the very least, an even Uber situation. But now, Paul Dog is on the sniper instead of Raphaim.
We'll see how that works. Raphaim has hit some insane shots already, so, I mean, I trust the instincts, especially of a veteran player like Paul Dog.
Lower seems to be the spot. They're making really aggressive moves here, quickly wrapping themselves into this lobby, cutting off the sight lines that Paul Dog had, and now Paul Dog respawning on that soldier. We'll see how things go. They're just kind of walking through. Scream just walks into the face of a sentry. Pull a little bit of attention here. Apathy also trying to come in the air. Not able to get any damage onto Mopsy whatsoever. So a failed bomb attempt, but could lead to some shenanigans here, especially because Walrex is in the back lines. Through all the chaos, and now there's initiation coming in here through this lobby. Vati wants to connect. Walrex finally gets taken out here by Pauly. Was not able to make a play there. Trying to jump onto the medic. Pablo did take a little bit of damage, but is healing it off now. The numbers advantage isn't quite enough to push it to the last here, but we'll see how they move forward. They are going for a drop-down play.
Demo's peeking it. Will he dead on himself and kill himself? It was pretty close. It was him getting the actual kill. But I saw that sticky clipped on the wall, and I'm like, this is just going to backfire.
That's embarrassing to just peek a thing there with a 260 buff and get two-shot by a scout. Meanwhile, retaliation frags, the people trying to peek forward, Raphaim and Walrex, overcommitted and both died. Not enough numbers for them to work with, but they are getting a little bit aggressive here on Bati, I should say. Loaf with the Frontier Justice crit, able to take down 2 players.
Oh,
everyone's falling, but they did get the force. But for 4 players, it's hard to know how significant that's going to be, because even though they have the Uber advantage to push into the second, you know, it's still pushing into a long haul, and a lot of boys to get forced along the way.
Yeah. It was going to be a big deal if the forward spawns didn't get bumped. Like, if they managed to get the spawns up in mid, it could have been really big.
The forward
Instead,
spawn Uber. They're making a play here. They waited in forward spawn, they got the heals now coming forward, and the rest of 3D3M has decided, nope, we're not going to get to it, but they did just now. Are seeing Walrex, who gets 2 clean shots on a Pablo. Knocks him down to the single digits. Pablo will survive and make a way forward with this Uber, trying to grab any last redemption picks. Only Rakuso, who's just a little bit overextended in the yard, falls. And now, once again, this Uber exchange is going to be swinging as far as advantages go. Numbers are flying left and right, players exchanging here and there. And a little bit of an aggression coming out from Apathy, trying to pull some attention on this medic, on the truck. 3 shots is all it takes, but Mopsy has no fear, takes 0 damage.
Yeah, Scream's committed as well. Does kill Walrex, but that's not really what you want out of that. You don't really want to lose a scout for just a soldier.
1 minute on the clock.
Now, because it is only a 2-1 game, that's, correct me if I'm wrong, that's not 1 minute till things end, just 1 minute till we go to overtime, right? Because they have to win by 2? Okay, I've been confirmed. I'm right, I'm smart. I figured, I understand the rule set, I think. Probably not.
Moving into this next, we'll worry about how this is going to resolve. We're just going to see the action and see where the chips lie, you know, how the dominoes fall. Meanwhile, Loaf making their way into the cheese here, pulling a little bit of tension. There is a sticky trap bait there, potentially to grab someone. Paul Dog now walking forward, getting a little bit aggressive here. Loaf
Oh, nice rockets from
went
Loaf.
for it, but was able to get rocked by Rafime. One day I'll figure out how to pronounce that name. Rafime sounds nice.
Well, 27 seconds. This is where I get to make a fun discovery, because I don't know if 20 seconds just everything stays the same, or if we go back to do mid-fight. And I don't want to know. I'm going to find out. Like, I'm just going to let the 15 seconds, and I'm going to be happily surprised or mildly disappointed. And I haven't decided which way of the crumble in 4 seconds that goes.
A little bit of aggression coming out from Sleepy. Paul Dog bouncing left and right. The win limit has been changed to 3. There is no time limit. We are still in the middle of the round. Walrex initiating inside of Saw, trying to get a little bit of damage onto Scream. Does not manage to find that kill. Apathy returns the favor, trying to get in for a bomb. Gets clean up here. Now the rest of the players, they decide a 5v5 is good enough with this Uber ad, or even Ubers. Loaf goes forward, pulls a lot of attention, doesn't take that much damage though. Rakuso on the back lines does manage to get that kill. And once again, just 1-for-1s exchanged. But the numbers in the forward spawn advantage is still in Red's favor. TM06 working desperately to get this 3rd round, or at least the 2nd round of 3 that they need to win the game. Apathy deep in from Saw.
Oh, gets the 4-stop as well. Apathy nicely done. Look at where Scream is. Was Scream spotted? I don't think so.
And meanwhile, Walrex was able to return the favor and get a little bit of a force here on the medic. The pincer play from Scream trying to get in from behind did not work out. Not enough initiation for the rest of the squad. And Paul Dog is holding his own over here in the yard, doing some good damage onto Sleepy, who's about to fall down here.
Fati is... Oh my goodness! He's not going to find that kill!
He's dodging the arrows and hitting his own medic's arrows. Does manage to survive and is trying to cut off this next soldier trying to initiate here onto second. 3D3M is now backed out, sitting in lobby. They are sitting comfortably on last, but they still need to win 1 more round to take the match.
Well, now it's, once again, this classic even Uber situation. Loaf is coming up on Sniper. Okay, I'm on board with this. I'm ready to see a little Loaf action. There's the bus park coming out from 3D3M. That's Rafame on a heavy. Okay, he switches over to Sniper now. But there was the Rakuso sentry, and I saw a heavy, and I was about to cry. Instead, we get Rafame on Sniper, and I'm ready to see where this goes. We got Sniper v Sniper.
Come on, Rafime. Hey, Rafime, you're so fine. Try to find the line.
We got bars.
Scream just casually looking down the ramp. Great initiation. Heads up play by Walrex to jump in immediately. No hesitation. Got the force as well. No Uber to work with here, and they're going to go for a desperation play. Apathy here. Not quite fully buffed. Just getting a little bit of a shot on the dispenser. Dispenser pick. That's huge.
Huge pick.
Initiation here, though. Fati gets very low, forces the Uber, and Mopsy decides to save the demo. rather than hold on to it. I'm not sure if I agree with that. The demo was low, but there was still plenty of people around to shoot the threats, right? You didn't have to worry about it too much.
Scream. Scream is on the Frenchman, the spy, and this could be a game changer if he can make the pick matter. He's creeping his way up the stairs. Will he get it? I'm all in on the Scream cam. I want this.
You let us know when it initiates. I'll keep an eye on the rest of the action for us, but as soon as it's Scream, just yell it out. Let us know it's coming. Just scream. We got Rikuso playing defense, keeping an eye on the window. Some stickies set up in case anyone overextends, but Red, even though they have the Uber advantage, they're not going to go for anything. Scream is waiting very patiently. If they time this right, this could be a good coordination between, hey, they're peeking Saw, and Spy gets the stab. We'll see what happens here. 95% Uber here from Opsy. Not going to matter with this Frenchman, though, waiting close behind.
Here we go. Scream is uncloaked. The move is being made. Trying to come in. Scream, 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 scream! He gets Mopsy! It works out, and Vati goes down as well. That's a massive play. That's a game changer coming in right now. But Pablo's alone. Surfs away, will live, and that Uber will be held onto. And look, there's 2 players behind on mid.
But that's
a great chance. They should just go last. Oh, but
yeah, they got to defend the second. Paulie left alone, not keeping eyes on the shack. Dies paying attention to the soldier and wasn't in the best position to avoid the damage. So now Red is caught between a rock and a hard place. Vati trying to cut off the escape route here with some sticky spam. Walrex with the jump does send Pablo flying into the hands of Rikuso. Does get the force off. Very good for them. Loaf not even really going to be able to get... Oh, thankfully was able to find a tail end of Vati on the escape in lobby there. No Demo Man makes this last push trivial.
This is going to be really interesting to see as they try and come in here. The heals in the Uber could be massive, but no, it's Fallout going down. That's horrid. That's not what you want to see. And now they're in so much trouble coming out, collapsing on the point. And that's going to all fall apart.
I got to say, Dreamboat,
I
like this
so
format.
Bad. I'm kind of on board with it, honestly.
I really like this. You set the win limit, and you're still in the round. There's no awkwardness. You're still sitting on everything you've worked on in the previous round, and now we're seeing a comeback opportunity for TM06. They need to win this mid.
Here's the one big thing that they need. Another mid win. Like, they've lost all of them except for the last round's mid. We need to see something big from the boys in the right now. And Walrex is coming sailing over the top. Raiden on Pablo. Dead. Didn't even need help on that one. Paulie in a lot of trouble as well, but is doing okay for now. Okay, Paul is going to fall there. And now the flank's coming through. The collapse is through. Everybody's falling. Sure, Walrex and Rafame are finding some kills, but this is, it's just Vati alone on 2. Both meds did die. Pablo, so much earlier spawn, but he's not healing. No one's there. Pablo is
the other
alone
spawn is unfortunately not going to make a difference here because of those spawn waves. And in fact, still waiting on a spawn. It actually worked in their disadvantage.
Wow.
Yeah. Mopsy might be able to sneak out a thing here. Might be able to say, hey, they weren't healing. But it's hard when you're playing medic to always keep attention to it. Granted, we do have the Solemn Vow. It is a legal thing. They can always just, do a quick little looky-loo. See what's going on. But right now, if Mopsy learns about this advantage, we could be seeing some action here. You don't see it very often, but we could. No, they're just building up in the back lines. They're not going to go for anything. They're just, let's get this Uber. We're playing defense. We'll let them make the first move and respond in kind.
And there's pressure on them too, right? Like, you're now backs against the wall. Game on the line. This is a scary situation for 3D3M. It's a lot less scary now that they actually have Uber. But, like, it could have been very awkward for them. And the way that PSN's starting to move, I'm not sure. They're posturing like they think they have ad here. This could get really chaotic. Loaf coming in over the top. We'll find Polydog.
Nice.
It's a big opening pick. The dog man is dead. But do they keep moving off of it? They're eating a lot of spam right now. Here come the bombs back over the top. Double bomb in. Oh, Loaf got mulched immediately by Rafame. But the players are so poor health on blue right now. Walrus is going to die. That pop was to try and keep him alive, and it didn't work out. And now they're extended here mid. They're trying to back out, trying to do what they can to leave with their lives. But second is going to fall to the boys in red. And 3D3M are back on their last, tails tucked between their legs.
That was very good of them to get the slay, as they say, on 2 soldiers. Able to secure that second push. Walrex has been doing a lot of work here. I've been really pleased with his performance, constantly doing the right bombs at the right times at the right place. And that is very good to have on your soldier. We'll see what he does now as a spy. Something he's still familiar with. You know, roamer and spy are kind of like two peas in a pod. They're all about getting behind at the right time.
I've played on teams that would have yelled at me for this. The spy coming out on a last hold, like the defensive spy. I've had some great plays with it. I've also been yelled at a lot. So we'll see if Walrex can make it work.
It
Notice
worked
there's
for
a sniper
Scream.
now.
It worked for Scream, and it won them the round. It was able to bring them back to this new round, this final round, match point. We'll
Scream was an
Walrex can
offensive
pull the
spy,
same
though.
thing.
It's this defensive spy while holding last.
I know.
I know.
I get you. But it's still it's a Hail Mary that has a lot of, you know, ramifications. It's the coin flip of the century. You get it or
the
you
buff
don't.
cloak and dagger. Make it faster. It would take some of the setup time on spy away so much if we could just run forever.
Oh. No, there's no way. There's no.
Oh my lord! What the Walrix was that with the drop? Getting that stab, juking around, dancing like a ballerina, and finding the frag. Unbelievable.
The coin flip comes up heads, and they're making their way, moving forward. Blue, 3D3M, trying to secure this second point. This is going to be very important for them, because with this huge Uber advantage, they could potentially get all the way to the other second, and that would be a second-to-last push hold, completely flipping the current control points.
TF2 is one of those anything you can do, I can do better games, and that's clearly what Loaf is thinking here. Well, I see you dropped my meta, it's time for me to do the same. Spy is coming out on the bridge. Rafame actually falling down to sleep, he's big. But Loaf, you gotta start moving here, gotta make the play. He's instead being so
Why are you
patient.
looking forward, Medic?
The
Mopsy, why are you looking forward? Mopsy, why are you looking forward?
Loaf, like, surely now. Like,
oh my goodness. Mopsy has not turned
so
around
delayed.
a single time. Granted, Loaf is still cloaked, but like there's no awareness right now.
I'm just... Oh, maybe it was waiting for the Rafame spawn. That might have been what it was. I don't know. I'm very intrigued by Loaf just sitting here.
It's a long con. You gotta wait for the opportune moment so that the rest of your team can capitalize on it. It's not enough to just get the drop, it's also being able to move forward. Right now, Walrex and Rakuso doing an amazing
uncloak
job
is there.
Pablo down
Med
to
drop!
30.
There it is. Loaf and Sleepy and Scream found a couple picks on there onto Walrex and Rakuso as well. That is massive. The patience worked out. I was just an impatience lad. But instead, all is good in the PSN world. But man, I was just like, come on. Like, there were so many free opportunities I felt. Doesn't matter. Got the job done. If that went poorly, I was going to have some words. I was going to have some words, man.
So much was happening in the span of that. Loaf getting the drop there, going to be pivotal for the rest of TM06 as they make their way into this second point with a huge Uber advantage. Got about 12 seconds to work with here. They're getting their players buffed up, starting to clear things from lower, get eyes on the skies, get ready for the Walrex bomb because they've been seeing it all game. Balldog also making a way around, gets on top of the scout, pulls some attention away. Walrex also keeping eyes in. Apathy now trying to initiate here, pulling on some good damage onto the ramp. The Uber has come off here. Paulie coming around, cutting off the Demo Man. With no Demo Man on last, it's all but theirs. He's surfing, he's surviving, he's on this second point. Finally falls. A little bit of distraction enough for Rafame to make their way forward. Does get taken out here. Walrex coming in, last-ditch effort. It's a single respawn from Rakuso. I don't see how this can be saved.
Yeah, no one's gonna spawn in time. It's gonna be so tight for Paul Dog and Batty to try and get out here. They have to delay, has to buy time. Rakuso's trying to survive. I don't know if anyone can get there. They're onto the point, but he gets launched off, surfs away, and it is the stolen game from PSN. One where 3D3M were in the driver's seat for the entire game. They were winning every mid. They had the 2-1 lead. It didn't matter. It did not matter. PSN did not quit. They did not give up. And they stole the game on Steakwater 3-2.
Honestly, I'm going to say it. This match is an all-timer. That was excellent. That was really good. Really strong stuff from both teams. An amazing comeback story. Like, what more can you ask for in your TF2 games? Saw a couple air shots in there, too. Those were nice.
Here's that shit moment, you know? I was like, there were two ways me coming back and casting a TF2 game was gonna go. All right, it was either gonna be a banger of a game or a terrible game. Terrible game, it's like whatever. I casted a game, I'm done. It is what it is. Banger, I'm back, bro.
It sits
I
with you,
think I
yeah.
gotta do more, man. Like
This is
this
why we
was
play
so
TF2.
good.
This is why we watch it. This is what we live for. It's
I'm-
those good games.
Yeah,
We got the
this
logs
is-
here.
This is a good time. Oh, we got logs. I gotta go find those.
Yeah, and naturally the scouts are top damaging. Welcome to the future of TF2 Dreamboat. In case you've been away for a while.
It's been a while. I haven't been that long. Scouts were OP when I left, and scouts are OP when I'm back.
Yeah. But still seeing some insane kills coming out from the scouts on both sides. 32 and 36 traded between Pauly and Refame, respectively. Following close behind in frag is going to be the Soldier and Demo doing all the damage, all the work here. Loaf and Sleepy probably a big factor into a lot of these conversions, right? If you're the one doing the frags, doing the damage for the rest of your squad, you're going to be getting results, and that's what was needed, and that's what they got.
Gotta pay attention to the biggest stat. Paul Dog and Sleepy taking the lead in that one, and that's the classic air shot, air shot counter.
It's not that impressive. It's 2 and 3.
Three's not that big. But the other one I gotta give a shout out to, and that's Rakuso for winning the Dreamboat Award. What I call the Dreamboat Award is, it filled my role when I played Scout, which is he who capped the most points.
Hey.
So, also known for the real boomers as the Giggly Award. I don't know how many people in 2023 remember Giggly or why that was a meme, but
one of the funniest players to have ever played with Banny.
Yeah. Also, the flank scout to YZ50's pocket scout. So he was the man that was known for capping points on those teams, and Rakuso's got the most cap points. So shout out to him. It's an important attribute. Hey, we saw the first couple rounds of this game go entirely to objective-based video games, so I got to shout it out.
Yeah, of course. Looking at the damage, we're almost dead even, right?
Sorry, what? I'm reading. Oh, hold on, I'm reading Twitch chat. Giggly's playing this season. Giggly's playing an IM this season.
Don't do that.
Is this a meme? Like, is that actually the case? He's back.
We'll worry about that another time. Right now, we actually have some fans of the last game. You guys are fans, right? Pablo, Sleepy, were you fans of that game?
It was fun.
I was looking forward to that game.
Did you guys like it?
Oh yeah, no, I said it right at the end. I think that was an all-timer. That was really impressive.
I had to maintain my run rate. I've never tried so hard in a match in my life.
Yeah, I've
really good stuff.
I sweat my booty off to get that win.
Exactly, like that's what we love. We love to see the drive, the players putting in everything they've got, no matter what the stakes are, because it's all about showing what you've got. And y'all, you showed an incredible comeback, especially because those first few rounds, I think the first 4 mids, you didn't win a single mid, and you wiped every mid, and yet you still pulled it out, and that's so awesome to see.
Yeah, we got the medic every mid, so we were kind of able to reset on second or last and kind of just like figure it out from there. So that was kind of the plan, but we pulled together at the end. To be honest, like the comms were a little chaotic. We ran spy twice. You know what happens. So we got the dub. That's what matters.
Oh my goodness, the spy plays on both sides, just successfully winning it out.
Dude.
It was. Ugh.
I healed
we had the
Walrex.
screen cam ready for taking out Mopsy, and then there was the reverse play. Walrex heads up, going in there, making the drop. It was back and forth. But Loaf was the real hero here, I think, for the third time's the charm. The reverse spy.
I know it's not you guys. I do have to give a shout out to that Walrex spy play. That's got to be one of the most.
No, he was actually a genius on that play.
I healed him. I thought he was screaming.
He convinced everyone he was our scout. It was amazing.
Yeah, that was honestly one of the most unbelievable spy plays I've seen in a long time.
Dude, that win just feels so good because last week we had like Sleepy like lagged out and his internet died and got diffed by his ISP and we had to get a ringer, and then like Paul lagged out at the end of the match, and then like we finally got a week of like scrims and a match in, and it feels so much better.
We'd love to hear that. It's all about the grind, you know. When you get those stupid obstacles like, you know, connection issues, it sucks. But when you have moments like tonight, it really feels great. It was a really good show. Thank y'all.
So
Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
I got a quick question before you guys.
Yeah, go for it.
Obviously that game didn't start out probably the way you folks would have wanted it. What were sort of the biggest things that you guys saw that you were able to adapt to that made you overcome the other team?
I think the biggest goal for us was surviving the mids, because like you said, we lost a lot of the mids. So our main goal was to not have the mids be like mid to last, like 5 rounds GG.
Mhm.
So once we were able to get out of the mids, we were able to get into the transitions, and I think that's where our gameplay was really able to shine. Busting out the sniper, you know, the spy, different plays, baiting them out, faking different doors. We really shined in that aspect. The mids were a bit rough on this map, so once we escaped that, we were really able to bring it back.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, we're pretty good at the pressuring shit and like stalemates, so we don't mind like going to that kind of place. And like personally, from a medic perspective, I just kept dying to soldiers, so I just was like, I'm just gonna get in their saw. I'm just gonna run all the way across and get in their saw, and it kind of worked like 2 mids. So
that was the
next
next thing.
Some old Froyo.
Yeah,
Man.
Slow burn pressure.
Walrex is just on something. He like materializes out of thin air every single time there's an opportunity. Like, how does that feel?
Dude, when he got through like lower twice, or like, and like when we were pushing last, like we would push last and we would pressure, and then all of a sudden a soldier would be through a door instantly and just on me, and I'd have to pop. But yeah, I mean, because I have like 4 more Ubers than Mopsy, I think, but like that's just because I got forced like so many times by Walrex. So
Yeah.
And what was the atmosphere after Loaf got that big pick, getting the big drop there at the end with the 2 kills coming through?
Honestly, when it's in the thick of it, it really doesn't. It's not like so much hype. It's just like that's a really good play. We have to like roll the momentum. So the comms were just absolutely chaotic.
Yeah, I think the first comm literally when he got stabbed was, "This is a round. This is a round. Convert this. Convert this."
There were so many calls like this.
Yeah, there were.
Oh, that's
matches are really fun for that reason, because you like have a play that you go for and you're like, this is a round, and then like maybe it fails and nobody's like, oh man, what do we do better there? We're just already on the next thing. Like, okay, what are we gonna do on mid? How are we gonna pressure? How are we gonna force them?
Yeah, that's good. You gotta have this sharp mentality for getting through those moments when it works and when it doesn't. Being able to be in the zone for those, that matters. So that's good.
Yeah. I love when a teammate tries to talk about something in the past and everybody just goes, shut the fuck up. I'm coming lower.
Exactly, dude. Stop dragging on the you need to do this. No. Fucking play the game we're in right now.
Jay is a TF2 historian. He just said, feels like Estrogen took my homie versus Global Clan Fire from ESEA season or not ESEA, holy shit. RGL season 7. When we played another Paul Dog team, we beat them 3-2 on Sunshine. That was literally like the same game. You're right.
Oh yeah, there
What
was
a
just no
historian.
halftime.
Yeah, there was just no halftime. I don't. He knows, bro. He knows.
You love to see it. The TF2 historians, as it were.
Yeah. All right.
You
well,
boys,
yeah,
you boys have a
anyth-
big match
anything else?
tomorrow, right?
we do. Yeah,
Versus
we're.
Thrombology.
Yeah, so we'll
I'm
see
looking
how
forward
you
to
guys
that
are
one.
casting it.
Yeah, it'll be casted here with Tirad and Tissimano, so that should be a good cast coming in.
If you guys do interviews again, I plan to see you tomorrow.
That's
what I'll say.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Yes.
Shout out my team. Shout out Ro for playing lucrative new map pugs with me 4 years ago.
Hey, that's what's up.
Shout
I
out.
miss those, dude.
Yeah.
I love map testing.
I know.
It's so fun to just be like, hey, this is what I liked and this is what I hated, and it's like fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for
TF2's
casting,
fun.
guys.
Yeah, I
thanks for
appreciate
casting,
y'all.
guys.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch this cast.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it was awesome, really awesome, good stuff. Thank you all for a great game and hopefully a great season. Keep that momentum.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.
Have a good night, guys.
See ya.
Peace. All right, thank y'all for joining us here on Fireside Casts.
Hold on, Ro.
Sorry, Dreamboat. Tell us what's up.
I'm not gonna let you out that quickly. Mainly just because someone asked a really good question in chat, and I kind of want your opinion on it. If Doctor Underscore doesn't mind us talking for a couple more minutes.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah, so it's just Sheer, just asking our thoughts on the new config, since this was a pretty good demonstration of how it functions.
Oh,
And since we're both boomers that,
I'm
go
not that
all the way
much of a
back.
boomer. I've been keeping up. It's just the
I,
teams
I
that I
just mean
don't
we've
keep
been
up
gone away.
with.
We've been, like, we were used to the old ways, I guess is a better way
Right.
of
Yeah.
putting it.
No. Oh my goodness. Everything about this is great. Like it's really funny. Here's what I have to say about this. When TF2 started out, there was kind of like this thing where it was like, this is just the way we do it, right? There wasn't any like thoughts on how to innovate it, right? It was just, this is the way we play and people liked it, right? We had the 5-round timers or doing it like ETF2L style where it's like win by 5 or something like that, right? You had to like win 6-1 back in the old days. There was so many different ways to play, but no one was like innovating, thinking of like, what's the best way to play to like avoid the problems. And I think this config is like answering a lot of those problems. It makes it kind of clear what to do. It doesn't kill any momentum, right? With like a round reset, it's like you're just playing the game, and it tells you when the game needs to end. Like it really does things well. I like it.
Yeah, honestly, like I feel the same way. I mean, there's a little thing, like things that I'm not used to yet, and I'm not entirely sure how I feel. But as far as matches go, this seems like a pretty great demonstration of it. Um, Yeah, I mean, I was always one of the bigger voices in NA in support of the ETUF2L rule set back when ESEA was still doing 2 halves. I thought 30-minute win diff 5 should have been like, not even win diff 5, win limit 5 was the way it should have gone. Like the LAN rule set, and this feels a lot similar to it. Yeah, no, I've been I was impressed, that's for sure. Some maps I'm concerned, I guess I could say, about the shortened round timer, just because some maps I think
Yeah,
4 minutes
Gully
is a little really tight.
Gullywash should probably fall into that, but it's the whole point of the round timer isn't to punish players for not playing. It's just if defense is really good, if offense is not good enough, and no one like makes a conversion, like the round just resets. It's like no shit off your back.
My only thing is I hate round resets. I might be in the minority for that, so that's where it's just like
it's better than the old system, is what I can say. 10 minutes.
I like this.
People
I like this win by
stalemating,
2.
deciding not to move. Like that's no bueno. We want to see action, and this entire match, all we saw was action because every time it got down to like the 2-minute timer, it was time to move forward.
Yeah, my basically my biggest wonder is because I think the timer's 4 minutes for this season.
I think 4 minutes is fine. 5 was whatever. It feels like the same
I was
thing to me.
thinking I was thinking 6 would just be like a little bit more ideal, just for certain. Like I feel like you need it on Gully Wash. Like I feel like 4 minutes is just gonna be too tight. I mean, obviously there's the solution of remove Gully Wash, but like I'm also a big.
That's really
that.
like we're trying to dance around an issue which it has a simple solution. The solution is remove Gully Wash.
But I mean, like,
but no.
I remember watching European TF2. I think it was I-69, and Sunshine was really stalematey, and I still like that.
That's Europeans. They're weirdos.
Yeah. So it's just like it's one of those things that I'm like, I don't know. I want to see more. I definitely want to. I want to cast more. This definitely isn't the only time I'll be casting for Fireside because this was fun. But yeah, that's sort of the big thing I'm going to be paying attention to is just like it's been a very good first impression. Let's put it that way.
Yes. Obviously with all things, it comes to sample size and more testing, but for now, I'm all aboard. I like it.
Yeah. And the nice thing about this row, I don't know if you remember what I affectionately call one of the worst games I've ever casted in TF2. I very much still hold a mild. I don't actually hold a grudge, Corsa, but I hold a mild Corsa grudge. I don't know if you remember this game, Ro. It happened. I was casting with Mela. We were casting Rewind 1 on LAN. It was I want to say it was semifinals. It was between 7. So that was the Cadis coached team, I should say, Europeans, and EVL, I think is what the team name was at the time. Was the Corsa? I think Donsky was on that team. It's been a long time. And it was Badlands. And for anyone that remembers that game, was 30 minutes of purple shirt bombing in on single sacks. And then at one point, Corsa was on Spy for 10 minutes straight and did absolutely nothing. It was not Starkey sitting there, Shears. It was Corsa. It was believe me, sitting there casting like, and it's insane because Gully Wash like was kind of a slow game and then had like the most insane ending. The last like 5 minutes on Badlands, so like the last minute of the game, and then I think it went to Golden Cap, was insane, and it was 29 minutes of the worst. Like, I think Melo is getting PTSD to the I-Series game that I guess they were under the Ascent banner at that time. That he had to stay like round timeout on. It was just like, yeah, it was. It's a nice change from that. We get none of that anymore. But like,
Exactly.
God,
It answers the problems of slower games that are incentivized to stall.
Yeah.
That is no longer an issue with these new forms, with the shorted round timers. And I like the way the win con is set. It automatically adjusts mid-round. There's no fiddling with it. You're just playing the game. Really good change.
oh yeah. But I don't know. Unless chat's got any other questions, I think I'm pretty good on this front. I guess I should mention, since this game had a nice swifty pace to it. I think you know where I'm going with this, Ro. For anyone looking for a dedicated Chicago server with personalized and swift support, you can get an 18 or 24 slot server for as low as $9.99 a month, personalized and catered to your competitive TF2 needs. Bundled in are the RGL configs, plugins, maps, automatic updates, FTP access, and Source TV with no downtime at all. So use the affiliate link at www. Oh my God, I can't English. www.swiftyservers.com/AFF equals 6 and support your favorite casting organization and server provider. Look at that. Swifty servers.
Yeah.
What guys?
Easy ways to get access to the things you need. It's the good stuff. If you're playing TF2 in any form competitively, love it. If that's everything we got, we can do a quick sign-off, shout-out, and take it away.
All right. I mean, I just have to give a quick shout out to everyone that's still playing TF2. I mean, like, it sounds bad, but like, you know, outside of that like random comeback for I-69, it's probably been a solid 2 years since I've actually casted TF2. It's nice to see that the scene's still alive, still kicking, and that there's still people dedicated to providing coverage to TF2. So that's, of course, all these folks here at Fireside making Fireside a thing. It's my first time casting for Fireside. They weren't a thing when I was casting active last. So, yeah, I've just got to give a big shout out to those guys. Ro, of course, shout out to you for being here as, you know, throwback to the EVL era as the Rowboat cast.
Oh, boy.
Shout out to Dr. Underscore in production. And then, of course, shout out to the homies Necro and Zabumafu and my longtime CSGO co-caster, Justin Lutz, a.k.a. Cyberwaste, who's out there in Twitch chat.
Much love out there. Shout out to Chance. That's all I've got.
Well, then I think that should be all for us tonight. As mentioned during the interview, there is a game tomorrow. It is coming down the pipe right here on Fireside Cast. Thrombology versus TM06. So the teams that we just saw tonight, and it'll be Trad and TC Mano bringing you that coverage. Until next time, have a good evening. Drive safe.